Hello everyone, I am Nagashri. Welcome to my civil engineering YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it and hit the bell icon to get notified when I post my new videos. Today I'll be discussing regarding degree of freedom and degree of freedom for various support condition. Coming on to the first concept of this lecture series, that is degree of freedom. So what is a degree of freedom? It is it is defined as a set of independent rotations or independent displacements that describe the deformed shape of a structure with reference to its initial position. I repeat it is a set of independent rotations that describe the deformed shape of a structure with reference to its initial position. It is also explained as the number of directions the structure can be moved freely without any restrictions. It is also defined as the number of directions the structure can be moved freely without any restrictions. So for this I just take an example. So I just consider a practical example, such as I just consider a train which is moving freely on a rail. This means that the train can be operated freely only in the direction where the rail is, right? So it means that the train can be operated without any restriction along the rail, but it will be having some restriction or restrainment along the other direction apart from the direction of the rail. So by this I can conclude that the degree of freedom for a train moving on a rail is equal to 1 along the direction of rail. Is it clear? So the next practical example is the human head. So if I could just consider the human head can be rotated at any of the directions. In my past lecture series I had discussed regarding the conditions of equilibrium. So for two-dimensional structures you will be having three conditions of equilibrium, but for the space structure you will be having 6 conditions of equilibrium: 2 horizontal, 2 vertical and 2 moments. So a human head will be having typically 6 degrees of freedom. 6 degrees of freedom is nothing but it can move freely in any of the directions. That is nothing but it can rotate, it can move horizontally. It can move horizontally in left and right direction. So that is nothing but 2 horizontal displacements, vertically up or downwards. So 2 in vertical direction, and lastly it can move either anti-clockwise or clockwise. So there will the 2 moments. So typically a human head will be having 6 degrees of freedom. As in case of two-dimensional structure, so each joint will be having 3 possible degrees of freedom. So as in case of two-dimensional structure, each joint will be having 3 degrees of freedom, 1 in vertical, 1 in horizontal and 1 in rotation. But as in case of three-dimensional structure, each joint will be having 6 degrees of freedom. Okay, so each joint, it is not a joint, means the free end. So as in case of a cantilever beam, one end is fixed and one end is free. In the fixed end there is no free rotation, that is all the 3 direction it will be restrained. So on the other end, that is a free end, it will be having the 3 possible degrees of freedom, that is it can either move horizontally or it can move either vertically or it can rotate. So the free ends in case of two-dimensional structure will be having 3 possible degrees of freedom, but as in case of a space structure which is of free end, it will be having 6 degrees of freedom. So another important thing is that there are 2 important factors on which the degrees of freedom depends on. So one is called as mode number, and one is the mode type. So mode number and mode type. Since every possible mode has to fit with the respective moving directions of the structural element, therefore structure with more degrees of freedom will be having more complicated modes. Okay, so the next concept is that degrees of freedom for various support conditions. In general, as I said, that for 2D structures, it will be having 3 for a free end, it will be having 3 degrees of freedom, and for the 3-dimensional structure, for the free end, it will be having 6 degrees of freedom. So the degrees of freedom can be generally calculated as degrees of freedom is equal to r minus s. Degrees of freedom is equal to r minus es. So where r is the conditions of equilibrium, and s is the support reactions. So s is the number of reaction forces at the supports. So r is the conditions of equilibrium and s is the support reactions. So when I take up the 2D structures, so here DOF formula will be 3 minus s. So here 3 will be the number of conditions of equilibrium in case of 2D structures. So for 3D structures, DOF formula will be equal to 6 minus s. Now, as I said that for support conditions, there are 4 types of supports in general. So for simply support, I am discussing regarding the 2-dimensional here. When I discuss regarding the 2-dimensional element as in concern, r will be equal to 3 here. So in case of simple support or a simply support, at each support you will be having one reaction, that is in the vertical direction. So at each support there will be one reaction. So r will be equal to 3 and s is equal to 1 at each end. So r minus s will be equal to 2. 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2. So that is equal to 2. So here you will be having 2 degree of freedom in case of simple support. In case of simple support, you will be having 2 degrees of freedom. Means the simple support will only be restrained in the vertical direction. It can be freely moved along the horizontal as well as along the moment, that is it can be able to rotate freely. So the next type of support is that for a hinge support, or it is also called as pinned support. So for a pinned support, so since I am dealing with the 2-dimensional structure, here the number of equilibrium conditions will be equal to 3 and the support reactions for each support will be 2. So one is in the horizontal direction and other is in the vertical direction. So at each end there will be having two support reaction, one in horizontal and one in the vertical direction. Therefore at each end the degree of freedom for a hinge support or a pin support will be equal to 1, that is r minus s, that is equal to 3 minus 2 will be equal to 1. So the hinge support can only have 1 degrees of freedom, that is nothing but it can be able to rotate freely. without any restrainment. The restrainment for the hinge support will be only in the two directions, that is vertical as well as in horizontal direction. So coming on to the next type of the support, that is the roller support. So for the roller support, again the R will be equal to 3 since it is a two-dimensional structure, and for a roller support at each end you will be having one vertical reaction, that is the reaction at the vertical direction at each support side. So therefore the degree of freedom will be equal to R minus S, that is 3 minus 1, it is equal to 2. So here as in case of roller support, at each end the beam can be moved freely in horizontal direction as well as it can rotate freely. Only restraining will be in the vertical direction. So coming on to the last type of support, it is a fixed support. So here as in case of fixed support, you will be having R is equal to 3 since it is a two-dimensional structure, and here there are three the three support reaction at each supports, one in horizontal, one in vertical, and a moment. So therefore there is no degree of freedom here or null degree of freedom for a fixed support. It can't be moved freely, it will be restricted in all the directions as in case of fixed support. Therefore the degree of freedom as in case of fixed support is equal to 0. It is not able to move freely in any direction. Thanks for watching.